plays like he's drawn the plan. Kinetik bringing fire like he's leading the band. No matter the game, no matter the sport, we running this pod like it's fourth and short. Press start, lock in, it's game time again. You tune in live to the Sideline Show with Kinetik and Lights Max. Let's go, the Gamer Sideline starts now.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kinetik615 back for another watch along with Michigan Wolverines football. We are playing on the road at Maryland Terrapins. The game is about to start. It just noted that Samaj Morgan and Ernest Hausman are both still out for the game. Cole Sullivan is suited up. Jimmy Roller is suited up. Jordan Marshall not listed as out for the game. So we'll see what happens. It says questionable. He is suited up. So we'll see what happens with Jordan. I think we're going to see a lot of Bryson Kuzdal today. I think we're going to see a bit of our guy Micah Kaapana today, which will be fun. But yeah, we're going to get into it and see what's going on. Let me turn the volume up a little bit so I can hear the announcers. They're lining up for the kickoff now. Looks like Michigan's going to kick off. Michigan wearing the all whites. There's the kickoff. And it's fair caught in the end zone. We got a battle of two true freshman quarterbacks today, Malik Washington and Bryce Underwood. This will be a fun contest. I forgot to send out the link to this show on social media. I should probably do that. If you're watching, you should do that as well. And to reiterate and keep in mind that we are live on Kinetik615 and the Gamer Sideline. So if you haven't, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, check out both channels. Looks like we are also streaming to my buddy Lichmack's Twitter or X account. Lichmax will be joining us shortly. He had a couple things he had to take care of, and then he was going to join us. So he will be joining with us at some point. And my stream of the game just paused. What's going on? There we go. All right, we got Washington under center. Fakes the handoff, play action to throw to start, and it hits the ground, incomplete. Tried to go to Dorian Fleming, the tight end. Just a note, we do have Jayshawn Barnes starting at edge again. He had moved back to linebacker the last couple weeks with Sullivan and Roller being down. But he is back starting at edge. Mason Curtis is starting at safety today. Maryland with a run up the middle to the right, maybe a yard. It'll be third down now. Washington's in shotgun, single back. Michigan showing blitz. Washington passes deep left, caught. There's a flag on the play. That'll be a first down. We'll see what the flag is. They're calling offsides on Michigan. Penalty declined. Hey, Luna. How are you? Hope you're doing well. All right, we got Washington in shotgun, takes a snap, fakes the throw, hands it off, runs up the middle. Looks like a gain of 3 or 4 yards before he stopped. Not tackled, just stopped by Trey Williams. You're always welcome to stop in and say hi and hang out in the chat. Pep Hamilton, the offensive coordinator for Maryland. All right, we got first and 10 on the 19, or no, excuse me, the 21-yard line. Washington in shotgun. Hands it off, but it's pitched back to him. Washington running with it, gets around the edge, gets the first down, and runs out at the 6-yard line. So he handed it off there. It was a double reverse pitch back to the running back or to the quarterback. And instead of like a flea flicker, but instead of trying to pass it, he then runs for a first down. It's going to be first and goal. I apologize. I said it was at the 6. It's actually at the 8-yard line. Washington in shotgun, 4 receivers, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Washington starts to run right, reverses back to the left, and brought down at the 10-yard line, loss of 2. Hitman Hillman with the tackle behind the line, but his helmet came off, so he's going to have to come off the field for a play. Mason Curtis in for Hillman now. It's going to be second and goal from the 11-yard line. Throws it right, connects, out at the 1-yard line. It's going to be third and goal from the 1-yard line for the Terrapins. Third and goal, I formation, 1-yard line. Hands it off, runs up the middle, and stopped. It's going to be fourth and goal from the 1-yard line. Offense is staying on the field. Fourth down. It's going to be fourth and goal. I formation, jumbo set. Baton does not hand it off. Washington keeps it, throws it, touchdown, Maryland. All right, so Maryland scores on their first drive of the game. Let's see if Michigan can respond back. What up, Kurt? Go blue, bro. We got to see the defense step up and answer back. We let Maryland score on that first drive, so we got to do the same. Go blue, brother. Again, guys, we are live currently on Kinetik 615 on YouTube, the Gamer Sideline on YouTube, and over at Lichmax X account. I really should link my X account so I can go live on there as well, but maybe I'll do that ahead of the Ohio State game. Yeah, blue's a great color, Luna. So Maryland tried to pull a fast one and do an onside kick in the first quarter and just gave Michigan field position past the 50-yard line. Interesting decision. Yeah, I love the color blue. Maize and blue, that's the colors. You can see it on the shirt here. Chase Taylor, the true freshman, able to jump down on the ball and prevent early game turnover on that trickery. Bryce Underwood hands the ball off. No, keeps it, throws it, and it falls incomplete. Yeah, I wonder why. Where did that happen all of a sudden? Not a good play call for Bryce to start the game now. Let's shore this up. We just saw Maryland have a good offensive drive. We need to have one of our own. Screen pass to Bryson Cusdahl. Gets an 8-yard gain. Just overtime, yeah. How much time? Like a couple months? Oh, who would be a good QB coach? Well, I tell you what, uh, there's a former offensive coordinator at LSU who has a great relationship with Bryce already. Joe Sloan, who's currently out of a job, or soon to be out of a job if he's still on staff right now, with the interim staff. Joe Sloan would be a good one. You asked me this, and like I literally had been thinking about this the other day, and there was like 2 or 3 guys, and now I'm mind blanking on them. Hands off to Kuzdal running left, gets around the edge, gets the first down, still going. Bryson Kuzdal. Kuzdal. I don't know. I don't know which way to say it. Let's see. me see if I wrote it down in my notes. Hands it off to Cuzdal. He's tackled at the line. It's going to be 3rd and 8, Michigan in the red zone. So I don't see that I put any I don't see that I had any notes here, but I don't know, like aside from Joe Sloan, maybe Brian Greasy, former Michigan quarterback, current quarterbacks coach for the San Francisco 49ers. Maybe we could pay him enough to lure him away from the NFL. See who's available. Potentially Garrett Riley, maybe. But I mean, I would probably look at Joe Sloan first. Yeah, I'd probably look at Joe Sloan first and then go from there. Yeah, I don't disagree. I think it's a tough role for someone to come in like Chip Lindsey to implement a new system on a new team and be a QB coach for a true freshman quarterback. It's a tough thing, and so I mean, I would like to see him get a QB coach. It's just tough to really like predict who it would be, you know. Ideally, it would need to be somebody that fits into the scheme, but also has a good relationship and understanding of Bryce and his abilities. I mean, if only it could be Connor Stallions, right? Since he coached him at Belleville. Yeah, I don't think we'd be able to get around the show cause. Some teams might be able to. I don't know if we could, um, but yeah, I do think he needs a QB coach on staff. Touchdown catch by Andrew Marsh. There's a flag. It looked like pass interference, but nice corner throw to Marsh, layered over the top of the defender, right into Marsh's arms. True freshman to true freshman. Bryce Underwood to Andrew Marsh. I didn't hear what the penalty was. Was it DPI? Man, that connection, I mean, right into Marsh's arms, dude. Like, how good was that? Touchdown, Michigan. Was it PI? Okay. Great throw, great catch by Bryce and Andrew Marsh. Yeah, that was really good. So Michigan ties it up, answers back, first two drives of the game, and 7-7. Like what I saw from Bryce and Marsh. They've really come on as a duo the last couple weeks, man. I love to see it. What up, Ripstar? Yeah, Marsh is special, bro. The Big Ten has its own streaming service now. That's interesting. Michigan with the kickoff. Maryland back to catch it in the end zone touchback. Washington drops back to pass, fires over the middle, caught. First down at the 40-yard line. It's Farouk, the receiver transferred from Oklahoma last season. Gain of 8 there. Yeah, I mean, I'm torn on it, man, because like Michigan tradition, he should be number one, not McCully. McCully leaves after the season. Marsh legitimately should wear number one for tradition purposes. But I also like that he's kind of made for his number. You know, he wore number 3 in high school. 3 wasn't available. And it's also kind of funny that he's showing out and like wears the same number as Jeremiah Smith. And so he's kind of like saying, no, 4 is mine. I'm torn, man. Like, you know, it's whatever he wants to do, but if it were up to me, I'm torn on it. Incomplete by Washington. I'd say keep him in 4 next year and let him break out next year for an entire season and then give him the choice of 1 or to stay with 4 going into his junior year. That's my opinion. Right. We got 3rd and 10, Maryland. Washington's in shotgun and false start on the offense. What up, Rap? Shout out to Rap in the chat. Skull Vikes, go blue. Another fellow Michigan and Vikings fan. Are you watching the game, Rap? Skull blue, brother. Skull blue. Yeah, if you're watching it, man, you know, you're welcome to hang out. Hell, you're welcome to come up on stage if you want to, Rap. It's whatever you feel like, man. We're just sitting here watching the game and having fun. Yeah, just let me know, bro. You can hang out in the chat, you can jump on stage, but we're just sitting here having fun watching the game. Not liking that it looks like something maybe his hand got hurt. Andrew Marsh. 3rd and 5, Maryland. Hands it off. They try to run and tackled in the backfield. Stopped by Jay-Sean Barham. It's gonna be 4th down. They're gonna punt. Yeah, no worries, Rap. No pressure on it, man. Just the invitation's always there, man. You've brought me up on your show multiple times, and you know you're always welcome up here anytime, man. But I mean, like I said, more than welcome to just hang out in the chat and talk about the game. I didn't think about that. Jay-Sean Barham transferred to Michigan from Maryland, so this game is a little personal for him. Yeah, of course, brother. Andrew Marsh with the return, gets it back, gains about 7 on the return, gets it to the 17-yard line. And here comes Bryce. It's gonna be a fun game. How Rap? Are you confident about the game tomorrow? What are you feeling about tomorrow with JJ going to Lambeau? I was a little nervous, Rap, but when I realized that all of Green Bay's receiving core are injured and their running back Jacobs might be out, I'm thinking we might have a little bit of a bounce back game. Hell yeah, man, I agree. It'll be JJ. It'll be 9 time again tomorrow. Just for you, Rap. just for you, Rap. I got. I'm going to do this right here, real quick, since we're on commercial.
Like a dog in the street.
That's for my guy, Rap. Yeah, Ripstar Micah is playing. He is active and back from injury. He is listed as running back 2 behind Bryson Cusdahl on the depth chart, and Jordan Marshall. The last I looked was the 3rd running back, emergency running back. So it'll be a lot of Cusdahl and some Micah today. Like a dog in the street, Rap. Let them know. Yeah, Marshall suited up. He's got some bigger shoulder pads on, like some of the old school running backs. I don't think they're putting him in unless they absolutely need to. I think they're going to try to let Bryce and Marsh and then Kuzdal and Micah sort of carry us today. I'm hoping Micah gets a chance to get in and show people what he can do. I kept trying to tell people, listen, it's no hate towards Jasper Parker, but Micah's better than Jasper right now. The coaching staff knows it. Micah knows it. Micah is ahead of Jasper Parker on the depth chart, and you see that. You'll see that today. That was a bad throw by Bryce. Horrible throw by Bryce. Overthrows our receiver, almost gets intercepted. If that DB didn't drop that ball, that would have been a horrible pass. Way too high. Yeah, Kirk, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. Yeah, Ripstar, I agree. If Micah's back fully healthy, I want to see him get some reps at kick returner. He's got too much speed. And if Marsh is our wide receiver 1, I don't want him taking extra hits. I don't know. I didn't know until this morning that he might not be playing. And I don't think I've heard or seen anywhere where anyone's reported what his injury or why he's out. False start on Greg Crippen. Ripstar, supposedly he's the 2nd fastest on the team. Supposedly. I'm not saying he's not. I just haven't seen anything other than people say he is. There's a nice little throw and catch to Andrew Marsh up the sideline. Gets it to about 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. What's good, Jared? Go blue, brother. Yeah, I mean, Bryson's fast. I listen. I know I'm a little bit biased because I know Micah and his family. Shout out to Kiyoki Kapana. I wonder if he's faster than Micah because Micah's damn fast. Bryce under pressure dumps it out to Max Bredesen for a 1st down catch. Shout out to Max Bredesen, our fullback / tight end, former walk-on, now team captain. Nice catch by Bredesen there. Maybe first and 10. McCully in motion, hands it to Kuzdal up the right side, gains about 5 or 6. Shout out to Chris. Appreciate you, man. And yeah, just a reminder, guys, we are currently live simultaneously on Kinetik 615 on YouTube, my personal channel, also the Gamer Sideline, the channel I have with our guy Lichamax. Make sure to check out both. We are live on both right now. Yeah, so Kirk, so I'm trying to promote both channels. My personal channel where I do the watch-alongs. I also have a channel with my buddy Lichamax for the Gamer Sideline. And so we have it set up to stream to both of them when I do the watch-alongs because Lichamax should be joining me at some point during this game. Nice catch. Big time throw to Andrew Marsh open on about, what was that, 15, 20 yards from line of scrimmage. But yeah, Kirk, so the comments from both of those, and it's also live on Lichamax's X or Twitter account. I need to set mine up so it'll stream there as well. But I've got it set up so that the comments from all locations show up on the screen in the bottom right corner of the screen. So you should see them there, if not in the chat window. But yeah, just trying to promote a couple different channels that I do that have to do with sports. And my game feed just froze again. Hold on. Good thing it's on commercial. Get your shit together, Spectrum. Send positive thoughts up for that Maryland defender. I don't like seeing anybody get injured. Let's hope he's all right. Hey, Rap, if you're still in the chat, man, if you're on vacation in Virginia, that's right in the area for Maryland here. Are you in enemy territory right now with some Maryland fans? Bryce hands it off to Kuzdal. Bounces off a lineman. Gets back to the line, maybe a yard after. So assuming you're on my Kinetik 615 channel, the other one is the Gamer Sideline. Lichamax and I will go on there and we'll talk sports, but we'll also talk video games. Largely, lately it's been the football games, Madden, college football. He also does some stuff with first-person shooters like Call of Duty. Zach Marshall with a nice catch there. Gets us down to the red zone. But we'll just talk a little bit of gaming, a little bit of sports. And just this week, we started doing a weekly NFL review show as well. We did our first one earlier this week, and we're going to continue doing that as well. There's a nice completion to Marlon Klein, a tight end. But yeah, it's just a channel I do with Lichamax. Me and him have been friends for better part of a decade. He's over on the Maze Madman channel now, helping to produce that channel, and we're just kind of doing our own thing as well. All right, it's going to be 2nd and 4 from the 7-yard line. Hands the ball to Jasper Parker. Gets 2 yards. All right, we're on commercial now. Again, why every time we go to commercial, my Spectrum stream freezes? Appreciate that, Christopher. Yeah, it's just, a couple small channels just doing stuff. I do it because, like, with what I'm going through right now with the not being able to work and having to go through with the GoFundMe and getting ready to do all these surgeries and stuff. Podcasting, shout out to Maze Madman and the other Michigan Avengers for getting me into podcasting about a year ago. It's really kind of been my escape from being, at home, not able to do a lot right now. It's kind of one of the things that's kept me sane over the last year. I love football. I love Michigan. I love my Vikings. And getting to come on here and enjoy watching the games and hang out with you guys has really been like something that's helped me really deal with all the stuff that's going on for me right now. So I really appreciate everybody that comes through, rocks with us, that hangs out while we're watching the games. I truly do appreciate it. I guess I'll put this up here since I brought it up. I wasn't planning on for this show, but there's a QR code that Lishamak set up. If anyone's interested in looking at the GoFundMe, seeing the story of what I'm dealing with right now, whether or not you donate, I appreciate anyone that takes the time to read through it, and even just sharing it out on social media does help. It only takes one generous person to see it at the right time to be willing to give, and it might be because you share it out on your social media that they see it. So I appreciate everyone that has donated and everyone that even takes the time to look at it. But yeah, the podcasting and the gaming that I do with the football games with the communities, where I've kind of gotten into running leagues, and those two communities have really been what's got me through the last year and a half or so. All right, we got 3rd and 2 from the 5-yard line. Kuzdal up the middle, first down. Gets just across the first down line. Looks like he's down at the 2. And not just Maze Madman and the Michigan Avengers. Like I said earlier, shout out to my guy Rap in the chat with the Vikings podcast. Him and GG Sports and a couple of the other guys that have really embraced me in that community and brought me on to do podcasting as well. And we got another touchdown, rushing touchdown now by Bryson Kuzdal. Michigan takes a touchdown lead, 14-7, with 14 minutes left in the second quarter. Shout out to Buddy Kinkito. Go Blue, brother. Appreciate you stopping in. Maryland tried to have 12 people on the field and still couldn't stop the touchdown. Michigan just declines the penalty. Darth Zavada out for the extra point here. God, what is going on with Spectrum Stream today? Keeps freezing. All right, so Zavada hit the kick. That's good. Showing an update now of Oregon and USC, 14-7 Oregon. 6 pass, 6 run. Yeah, I mean, so it's pretty balanced. I like that. Look at the difference on screen there between the experience. For all the people that get upset because Michigan's 2025 team is not playing like the 2023's team, look at this. Look at the snap difference. What up, bro? Master Chief 318. That's one of the guys that I in the leagues that I run with the college football game. Great dude. I appreciate you stopping in, man. Just having fun here with a watch along for the Michigan Maryland game. Michigan's up 14-7 and kicking off right now, start of the second quarter. Oh, look, Michigan and Ohio State playing in hockey tonight. Another chance for Michigan to plant their flag. All right, we got Maryland coming back out on offense. Malik Washington. It's been a really cool game having two true freshmen dueling it out here. Washington in shotgun, single back, hands it off, runs right, breaks a tackle, gets just across the line, gains maybe one or two. Your Tigers, so is it LSU? Is that your team? Which Tigers? I think I remember when we were doing team selection. Yeah, LSU. What's going on? Do you think you guys are getting Kiffin? I saw a thing where it was like a $90 million offer with a $25 million a year for staff. Nice pass defense by Zeke Berry there. Deep pass, Zeke Berry one-on-one. Stuck to that receiver and able to knock down the pass. Great defense by Zeke Berry. You think you're getting Kiffin? You want Kiffin? And more importantly for us, are you retaining Joe Sloan? Because if not, I hope we bring him in to be Bryce's QB coach. Washington drops back to pass. Pressure from the edge. Gets it out, and it's intercepted. Who was that? Mason Curtis with the interception, and it could have been a pick six if not for the ankle tackle on defense. So Mason Curtis getting some turnover buffs with that interception. That was a dropped pass from the receiver, tipped off his hand, went right to Mason Curtis. Great play. And Michigan with great field position now following that interception. Bryson shotgun. We got receiver in motion. Quick pass, but it's blown dead by the refs. Saying a false start on Blake Frazier. Bryce with an empty backfield. 5 receivers. Fires over the middle. Zach Marshall with the catch. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Who would that be, Master Chief? Who would that be? Like, who's on your radar for somebody that, like, really embodies the LSU culture? Because I know, like, one of the biggest problems with Kelly is that he never really fit in culture-wise, the whole fake accent and then the recruitment video with him dancing. Like, it was just all fake. So, like, who would you want? Like, would you want to retain Joe Sloan the same way we kind of promoted Sharon Moore? Would you want to bring in somebody that was a former coach or player at LSU? Like, who could that be if it's not Lane Kiffin? And do you not want Lane Kiffin because he's a Bama guy? Like, or like, what are your thoughts on that? 2nd and 5. in the red zone. Bryson shotgun, receiver in motion, hands it off to the running back, but tackled immediately in the backfield. Yeah, I agree, Kurt. Bryce should have kept that one and ran with it. Would like interim coach Frank Wilson to continue. Also would love to see Kenny Dillingham, but I don't see him leaving Arizona State. Yeah, I hear Kenny's name on a lot. Oh, here we go. Touchdown, Michigan. Donovan McCulley. Great blocking on that play. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it's going to be hard to get Kenny away, but like, I feel like a school like LSU or like the big schools could. I mean, they could offer him something he can't refuse. Nice little dump off pass to Donovan McCulley and just be able to find a lane and get into the end zone there. So Frank Wilson, you think would you give him like a 1 or 2 year contract following this season to remain as the head coach and see what he can do? Over you would choose that over bringing someone in like Lane Kiffin, or would you prefer Kenny Dillingham over Frank Wilson? Darth Zavada out for the extra point. Yeah, that's good. Bryce Underwood, 2 passing touchdowns already in this game. 12 and a half minutes left in the first half. Every time it goes to commercial, it wants to like cut out. I think Frank Wilson can get the job done, but I would prefer Kenny Dillingham over Frank. I believe whoever comes in, they're going to keep the core staff intact. That makes sense. I really like Joe Sloan. If it were me, I would try to keep him on staff. You don't think he'll get any looks for let's say Lane Kiffin turns down the job, which to be honest, I don't think he's going to turn it down. But if he did, you don't think that someone like Joe Sloan would get a look for it? Blake Baker? Who's Blake Baker? That name sounds a little familiar, but I'm not recalling. Oh, the defensive coordinator? Okay, gotcha. I got you. I'll be honest, man. I as soon as Brian Kelly was let go, I said I think I was on the Final Whistle Network on the AM Scramble show the week that Kelly got fired, and I mean I immediately said that I think it's Lane Kiffin's job to lose. I think if Kiffin wants the job, he's got the job. I think it's his. So it just comes down to, does he want it? Does he want to go to LSU? Does he want to stay at Ole Miss and try to build there? Does he want to wait for the Alabama job? I don't know. If I were Lane Kiffin, I would go to LSU. Nice pass by Washington there. The receiver made two guys miss. Got up the sideline to just past midfield. Nice play by Maryland. Incomplete pass over the middle by Washington. Be 2nd and 10. You think so? I'll be honest, man. I don't think that Dabo's a bad coach, but I don't know. I guess it's just like a personal thing. I don't really vibe with Dabo's like coaching style. I think it's a little too rigid, personally. But I'm like, I can see the appeal because he is a good coach. So almost another interception by Curtis. Incomplete pass by Washington. For the Arkansas job. Okay. Um, I could see that, I guess. Do you think he's out at Clemson? Do you think he's being pushed out, or that he's just kind of ready to move on from Clemson? Washington over the middle, complete, 1st down. 3rd down conversion by Washington on 3rd and long. The team or the fans? The fan base is the one that wants him gone, or I can see that. I just think he needs to adapt his style to modern football a little bit. It's gonna be 2nd and 8 for Maryland now. 27-yard line. Washington drops back under pressure, fires left along the sideline, caught, 1st down, knocked out at the 16-yard line. A little bit of an interesting storyline here. So we've got a true freshman duel between Bryce Underwood and Malik Washington. I don't know if this was public knowledge back last year, but when the rumors were heating up about us flipping Bryce from LSU, There were a lot of people. Um, okay, hold on. There's a flag. What's going on? Ball started. Looks like. Um, there was a lot of smoke about if we weren't able to successfully flip Bryce, that Malik Washington, the quarterback for Maryland today, that there were talks with him to flip him from Maryland if we didn't get Bryce. So it's very possible that Malik Washington would have been the pivot move and that he may be at Michigan right now if Bryce hadn't flipped to Michigan last year. And now, fast forward a year later, and we got these two true freshman quarterbacks dueling it out in this game. And it's a little bit of an interesting side story. Washington, deep pass into the end zone, open receiver, and just barely overthrows him, just tipped off of his fingertips. Nice throw, nice play design, just couldn't bring it in. Right? Yeah, no, well, so here's the thing, though. And this isn't to throw any shade at LSU, right? Because I actually do like LSU. If you go back and look at when I was doing the podcast over on the Maze Madman channel, I was co-hosting a lot with TJ Ronan over on the Voice of College Football at Michigan. Even on Johnny Olden Jr.'s call-in show. So we were hearing around the Michigan program, we were hearing about the conversations, the secret visits, the secret, unofficial visits on game days for Bryce, and for his family, because he lived 20 minutes from campus. We were talking about that, I want to say going back to like the beginning of October. And it was kind of like a what if thing. And then it was like right around like the beginning of November. And things started to sort of like heat up. And I would go and watch like the LSU channels. Like Lockdown LSU, and there was like one or two other ones. And they kept downplaying it, saying, "Oh, there's nothing to it. He's not visiting Michigan. He hasn't visited their campus in a year. It's all just talk." It's like they were in denial, and they were just flat out lying to you guys in the fan base. And like, I remember having so many conversations with people about like, do they just not know, or are they intentionally like trying to like deny, because we were talking about it for a good month and a half or more before he flipped. But yeah, it's just a little bit of an interesting thing. Like, it just blew my mind how wrong they were. And like I know so many LSU fans that like watch those shows. And real quick, so Master Chief, do you believe that Garrett Nussmeier would have returned this year if y'all had kept Bryce Underwood? Because it felt kind of like a pivot move that they convinced him to come back for his senior year after Bryce flipped his commitment. What's up?
Not.
Shout out to Lich Max, my co-host here on the Gamer Sideline.
I do not think Nussmeier stays if LSU gets Bryce. I think he moves on.
So we got Master Chief in the comments. He's one of the guys that I co-commish one of the sim leagues that I'm in with, and he's an LSU fan. Yeah, I mean, you can't. It's just like when Dante Moore went out to UCLA instead of going to Michigan late in the recruitment process. Like, it wasn't a flip like Bryce, but he literally went because it was life-changing money, and we weren't talking NIL at the time. It's like, can't really be mad at him for it. But and there's more to it, which I'd love to have that conversation with you at some time if you care to. Like, it was always between Michigan and LSU. It's just Bryce was not recruited by Jim Harbaugh because Jim Harbaugh didn't have the NIL support to go after him, and Bryce took that a little personal. And when Sharon took over, that relationship sort of rekindled. But he grew up a Wolverines fan. I mean, there's videos of him at like 10 years old talking about wanting to play for the Michigan Wolverines and wearing the Michigan Wolverines uniform as a 10-year-old. He also fell in love with LSU, with the 2019 LSU team. I mean, who didn't, right? So it was always between them, but it was very downplayed that as if he hated Michigan, and it wasn't that. He was offended that he didn't get recruited by Jim Harbaugh. Right, if he flipped from you guys to Alabama last minute, yeah. I get that. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to begrudge a kid flipping to his hometown school. It's like when we had that guy that you guys got that flipped from us to you, the receiver. I forget his name offhand. The Flash, they call him. Like, he's a hometown kid, and he committed to Michigan, but he flipped to LSU. Like, that's his hometown school. Like, I wasn't really mad about that. Like, I hated not getting him because I liked him as a prospect, but like, can't hate on a kid for choosing to stay home. I think it was Philip Wright, maybe is his name.
I'm sure he's regretting it now, seeing Bryce in action, wishing he would have just kept his commitment to Michigan.
Maybe. I think. But again,
I'm sure a lot of receivers are probably having. I'm sure a lot of receivers are kind of having that thought right now. The ones that committed elsewhere are probably looking at the Michigan team, going, "Oh man, I could have been a part of that," especially with Bryce coming in.
I think that, like, there's maybe one or two. The one that I regret is Skylar Bell. Like, we could have gotten him. He wanted to come to Michigan. It was damn near a done deal for him to transfer to Michigan, and it was just the admissions. They wouldn't let him transfer his credits from UConn to get into school here, and he's balling the fuck out at UConn, dude. And I know it's UConn, but like, he's a damn good receiver, dude. If we had been able to pair Skylar Bell with Andrew Marsh this year, that would have been crazy.
Is Bell a senior? Is he a sophomore?
Yeah, he's a senior. He's a senior.
Oh, dang.
And that's the killer part. Like, he's a spring graduate. So like, man, I was so hoping that he would do his spring semester with UConn and then transfer in the spring portal. He didn't. But man, like, it was almost a done deal, and then it fell through because of admissions.
Freaking admissions, man.
It's ridiculous, dude.
Apparently,
there we go. Cusdahl up the left side, 9-yard gain. No, wait, they're saying fumble. I think he was down before he fumbled.
He was down. His knee was down.
Well, let's see.
I don't like number 6 handling Kuzdahl like that, though. Yeah, we kept the ball anyway. No, we didn't. We should have, though. But yeah, we should keep the ball because he was down. Let's see if the refs saw what we saw.
Player down. Elbow was down before the fumble.
Let's go.
Yep. Very clear that his elbow was down on the ground before it came out.
Yep. I mean, that could have honestly gone either way looking at it. Because, like, yeah, his elbow was down, but he lost control immediately. So I could see how they could. It could have gone either way.
You could make the argument that that he didn't retain control going to the ground, but again, the letter of the rule is if your knee or elbow touches the ground, you're down. Especially in college.
Right.
In the NFL, it's not like that. You have to be touched while you're down. Another throw to McCulley, first down. tackled at midfield.
That was a
All right, hold
nice
on.
spin right there.
So Master Chief says, we have good quarterbacks on our roster right now. We have the number one quarterback from Louisiana coming to LSU next year. I don't blame Bryce for going to Michigan. That's his hometown. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Right.
Am I right on who I'm talking about? Was it Philip Wright? Was the speedster receiver that you guys flipped from us? He's a hometown kid for LSU. I want to say his name was Philip Wright, but his nickname was the Flash. Play action pass. Bryce passed it to Channing Goodwin. Gets 6 on the play.
There's a good chance that next year we'll probably see you guys there, especially if you guys have a decent. I don't remember who you guys have backing up, standing behind Nussmeier when he leaves.
What do you mean?
But
You control LSU in one of our leagues. You should know who their backup is.
I haven't controlled LSU in almost like 2 seasons now.
Jesus. Okay, so I was right. It was Philip Wright. Yeah, I like that kid. I think he's something pretty special. Looks like a 2-yard run there for Michigan. But yeah, I'll be honest, man. Again, you can go back on the videos I did last year with TJ. I was saying I wanted us to play you guys in a bowl game last December. First down run, Michigan up the middle.
I mean, and there's a good chance we'll probably see him in a bowl game this season.
I mean, I would love to play. Listen, if I wasn't a Michigan fan, LSU is one of the teams that I might be a fan of. Like
I'll be real. I like their colors. I like their mascot. I think it's really cool. Well, not mascot, but their the tiger symbol.
The only thing that I don't like about LSU is that, like, why do you guys wear your white uniforms at home? Like, I like the purple and gold, and I don't understand because when you go on the road, you have to wear white too. So I don't get it. Bryce Underwood just got sacked. That sucks. It's gonna be 2nd and 13.
He had the tight end open, so I don't know why he didn't throw it. Like, he had time. He could. I mean, he had a touchdown with McCarthy, but he had time to hit the tight end underneath.
Probably felt the pocket collapsing, and just was thinking about protecting the ball instead of trying to get it out. Quick pass over the middle, caught, tackled at the 29, 30-yard line, Marlon Klein. You're in Houston now? That's cool. My friend that was in the chat earlier, Luna, she lives just somewhere close to Houston.
I gotta say, it is good to have Marlon Klein back. I really missed him throughout the season.
I do.
Like, he was definitely a missed weapon.
But honestly, I think our best tight end so far this year has been Zach Marshall.
Honestly, Hogan Henson has been up there too, but Marshall really hasn't got that. He had one game where he showed out, but he hasn't really.
Bryce takes off, keeps it, runs, first down, and tackled at the 24-yard line.
Well,
I need Bryce to learn how to slide. Bryce,
he did slide.
Did he? No, I missed it.
Yeah, he did slide.
I missed it.
He did
looked
slide.
Like he got hit.
They touched his helmet when he went down, but he slid.
Gotcha. Okay, I didn't see the slide. I just saw the guy go in at him, and it looked like he hit him. Okay.
Bryce slid right underneath the guy.
No, Hogan Henson hasn't played much this year, dude. I think you're getting him confused with Zach Marshall. 83 is Zach Marshall. We expected Hogan Henson to be tight end too, but he hasn't been. So far, it's been Marlon Klein. It's been largely Zach Marshall and Deacon Tonielli.
Hanson got some touches.
My stream just froze mid-pass. What just happened?
It was incomplete.
Incomplete. Okay.
Yep.
Double coverage.
Honestly, an argument could have been
one guy off the helmet of the other. What the?
An argument could almost have been made for pass interference, but
yeah, maybe. (21-10) Michigan, 2nd and 10. Just over 2 minutes left in the half. 25-yard line. Split backs. Play action. Bryce throws it to the running back in the backfield. Or no, not a running back. It was Channing Goodwin in the backfield. Gets about 5 yards on it. Hey, a few weeks ago, I said that we needed to rotate that third receiver spot with Samaj, with Goodwin, with Bell, with whoever else, and let someone take the job. And I'm going to give props to Channing Goodwin. He's had 2 or 3 really good plays this game. It feels like when he gets targeted in this game, he's actually being pretty consistent. So maybe this is a little bit of a coming out game for Channing Goodwin.
Honestly, what I want to see when they have those split backs, I want to see 2 backs back there. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
we
I
don't
get
really have
having
the backs to
Goodwin.
put right now, but
Well,
all
we
right,
do.
Master Chief, I appreciate you coming by, man. I appreciate you hanging out, and you're always welcome to jump on.
Yeah.
I do
Hey,
this
and
every
tell your
weekend.
friends about the Gamer Sideline. Make
Yeah,
sure they all know.
I do this every Michigan game, also with every Minnesota Vikings game. I'm on here doing a watch along, so you're always welcome to come through, bro. But yeah, what were you saying, Lichmax? Good talk.
When they do that, when they do that split back stuff, I want to see 2 backs back there. I mean, I know right now Marshall's out, but we do have 2 backs we could have used. We can use for it. We have Kayapano, we have Kuzdal, we have
If it had been a
Jasper
running
Parker.
play, I think we probably would have seen Micah that back there with Kuzdal. But since it was a designed run play, they did that thing that I like to do in the video game to motion a receiver into the backfield as that second back.
Well, right, but I mean, Micah can act as that second receiver too. Like, bro's fast, he got hands, he can get it.
I mean, I agree. Listen, I want Micah to get as much game time as possible. I'm just trying to figure out why they might have went with Goodwin back there.
I mean,
instead.
and I'm not mad at the fact that they did go with Goodwin because he did a good job on that play, getting us 5 yards down the field and making an easy third down. But I just think that if Micah was there, he might have even gotten us farther down the field or even gotten us that first down. Because he's not only is he fast, not only does he have hands, but he's also really squirrely. So like, he can avoid getting hit. He can get out around because he's a squirrely guy and he's fast. So I think he could have worked out really well in that position.
Who is the last Michigan player with more reception yards in a single game since Andrew Marsh's game last week? That's the trivia. I don't know. Is it? I mean, Braylon Edwards is the easy answer.
Why would you do a fucking screen?
Maybe Terrell.
Fucking screen pass. Glasgow comes in, knocks himself out trying to stop the pass.
Got to say, man, Chip Lindsey loves his screen passes, which I don't hate, but they just need to be more effective.
They need to be set up better because they're just like fucking just thrown in there, you know? They're not set up really. The screen pass to I think 4 is Marsh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Screen pass to Andrew Marsh. Bro comes in like a bat out of hell, smacks Marsh straight in the stomach with head first, and then knocks himself out.
All right, and we're on commercial now for an injury timeout. I just want to take a moment again to remind everybody that we are live both on the Kinetik 615, my personal YouTube channel, as well as the Gamer Sideline, the channel that I have with our buddy here, Lichmax, where we talk gaming and sports. Make sure to like, share, subscribe to both channels and check them out. We are also live currently to Lichmax's X and Twitter account. I need to link mine so we can go live there as well. Or I should probably just make a Gamer Sideline Twitter account.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, so yeah, check it out, guys. Follow us on social media. You can follow me everywhere at Kinetik 615, including on YouTube if you're not already watching.
You can follow me at LetchaMax626 if you can't find me there. Probably not there yet, but if you want to see me there, just ask me on one of the other platforms. I might make an account there. Who knows? And if you like Michigan football, if that's your jam, make sure you check out the Maze Out Mondays over at the Maze Madman channel, where I am the producer of the show and I also host the Lich Pick segment. Speaking of which, let's see what our targets for this game are today. I did some lich picks, so let's see what we're looking at.
All right, what do you got?
So we want Bryce Underwood to hit 200 passing yards. We want Andrew Marsh to get over 60 receiving yards. Donovan McCulley, I think, is already broken what I suspected for him, which was under 50. I think he's got like 60 yards already. We need Derek Moore to get in for over 1.5 sacks, and I had Jordan Marshall going for under 100 yards, but I'm gonna put that at Kuzdal going for under 100. Which I think he's already pretty close to broken that already too. So we're gonna miss out on two lich picks this week.
But I think he will.
He's on track to. Kuzdal's on track to beat it. But if they put Jordan Marshall in the game, then I'm good. At any point, if he rushes at least 1 yard, then I hit on that one.
You got 7 teams you like, Chris? All right, let's hear them. I've got other teams aside from Michigan that I like that are kind of like secondary teams for me that I kind of cheer for as long as they're not playing Michigan. So I've got some too, but let's hear who yours are. Dominic Zavada out for a field goal.
Uh-oh.
No good. What is going on with Zavada this year, man? I don't think he missed 3 all year last year, and he's missed 3 in the last 2 weeks now.
He didn't miss any last year.
I think he missed 1.
The only thing that I can really think about with Zavada is I think he may have gotten spooked there because the guy was pretty close to hitting him, and I think he pulled up at the last second.
But if this was like the first miss he had all season, then maybe. But it's been a thing. Like he's had like 5 or 6 misses this season. Like
I was talking about on that kick specifically. It looked like he pulled He pulled back at the last second. Like you saw the guy coming in and got a little rattled.
Washington drops back, fires over the middle, almost intercepted.
Bill Glasker tried to knock himself out trying to take Andrew Marsh down.
Right. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Hands it off,
blitz.
running right, gets around the edge, tackled after just a couple. Yeah, Ripstar, I don't know. We were just talking about that. I don't know. It's definitely not like him.
I think somebody's replaced Zavada with Adaz.
I wouldn't say he's trash. There's something wrong though.
I mean, with how many honestly, I think he should be fine for every kick he misses.
I think J.B. Brown should be fine for every kick he misses. J.U. Chesson, that was the answer to the trivia question. Complete pass to the left, first down for Washington.
I mean, where I agree, where it's J.B. Brown's fault, the horrible state that our special teams is in. I also you can't really blame J.B. Brown for Zavada because Zavada already has the mechanics down. He's just fucking them up this year.
Okay, but who's the coach of the special teams?
Right, but Zavada already has the mechanics down. He doesn't need to be coached on it. His
Zavada
issue
was an All-American kicker last year,
right,
and he's not this year. I mean, that
It's
has
not-
to go to coach.
I
Like
mean
just
that
because
or
you have the mechanics down, if coaching drops the ball with keeping the mechanics up, that's on them. Like
maybe
fundamentals and mechanics are always goes back to the coaching staff.
Yeah, I would like to.
I said the same
to
thing
try
about
to,
Wink earlier in this year. Like the fundamentals, the tackling, the gap integrity, the assignments, that's all coaching.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to get Zavada on one of these podcasts and actually talk to him about that because I'd love to know like what's going through his head when he misses, like when
Possibly
he's
after
going
the
up to
season,
kick
but not
those.
during the season.
Yeah, so I would like
what's
to
your
know
match?
like what's going through his head on when like and what causes him to miss those field goals.
What do you think of Christopher's teams here? So his 7 teams that he likes are Boise State, Miami, Michigan, Oklahoma State, Kentucky, Cincinnati, and California. What are your thoughts on those teams?
Why Oklahoma State and not Oklahoma?
I mean, Oklahoma State has better uniforms.
Right, but Oklahoma's the better program.
Okay, but like, listen,
And I mean,
I don't know
there's
why.
a lot of, and
I don't know why I'm on this side of the debate.
as much as I want to give them shit because of who we know as like super Sooner fans, a lot of good players come out of Oklahoma that
Incomplete pass by Washington there.
End up going into the NFL, like Baker Mayfield, for example. I think Kyler Murray.
Yeah,
also
Caleb
comes from
Williams
Oklahoma.
also came from there. So did Spencer Rattler. How are they doing?
I mean, Caleb Williams just kicked your ass, so.
But no, he didn't.
He just beat the Vikings.
That game had very little to do with what Caleb Williams was doing.
But he was on the winning team.
That doesn't matter. So was Nashawn Wright. Nashawn Wright had more of a thing to do with that game than Caleb Williams. Anyway, listen, I don't know why I'm taking the side of Oklahoma State versus Oklahoma. I have no reason to. But, like, first of all, Oklahoma State, they're the Cowboys. That makes sense. The Great Plains area of the United States, the Southwest region, Cowboys. What the fuck is a Sooner? Nobody knows. Like, nobody knows what the fuck a Sooner is, okay? And then
Sooner is a settler to the Oklahoma area.
And then Oklahoma is like, they have this weird delusion that there's some Sooner magic thing. The fuck is that? Again, nobody knows what that is. And the Cowboys have much better uniforms than Oklahoma. So I can see being a fan of Oklahoma State over Oklahoma.
I mean, if you like watching teams lose, yeah.
Now this makes sense. The 2000 Miami team was nuts. I don't think so, Ripstar, but maybe. I don't know. So me, aside from Michigan, and for me, it's like Michigan fandom way up here. Everyone else that I like way down here. But there are teams that I sort of have an affinity towards. A lot of them are smaller teams. Bryce keeping it running out of the pocket, gains about 3. Pocket broke down. He was able to scramble for 3. It's nice play. Like CMU. I like CMU because I literally grew up as a kid, like 15 miles from the stadium. Incomplete pass to Marsh along the sideline, too high.
That is actually That's actually good for us, though. Him missing that pass that stops the clock. That's really what we needed without Sharon trying to find a good time to call a timeout because we know how bad Sharon is about timeouts.
But had he caught that, he likely would have fallen out of bounds after the catch. So I think it's a wash. But so I like CMU. I like East Carolina simply because the purple that they have on their helmets is amazing, and they're the only team that that's the Pirates. Like that's a cool, unique team name. First down run by Underwood. I do have an affinity towards LSU.
Call a timeout. Call a timeout. Call a timeout. Oh, he did. Okay. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Call a timeout, Sharon.
They're trying to save the timeout for right after this. All right.
And snap the ball. You got 6, 5, 4. Get the ball out.
Now it's going to be like
timeout.
Like a 60 yard. No, they're just going to let it run down because otherwise it was going to be like a 60-yard field goal, and you give a chance for them to return a short kick.
Hey, Zavada could have done it.
You would think so, but with him missing earlier, I wouldn't want to necessarily put that pressure on him with the next.
No. What you don't, Zavada does great with the long field goals. It's the short ones he struggles with.
Right, but you didn't see the what was that game, guys? In the give me in the chat. What year was that game with Alabama and Auburn? With Alabama had the game won. And if they just run the clock out, they would have won, but they decided to try to rub it in with a long field goal, and it ended up getting returned for a touchdown, and then they lost the game to Auburn. Shut up, Ripstar. It was not 1922. But no, I remember that game, so I would not want to take an unnecessary long field goal, especially the next kick after he missed a field goal.
I don't think Michigan would let them run it back like that.
I'm sure that nobody thought Alabama would let them run it back like that either.
Right, but you got to think Alabama's not great when it comes to that, but Michigan is.
I know you weren't watching football at that time or not paying attention to it like that. So let me show you what I'm talking about because it was a crazy play.
No, I remember seeing it. And we're back on commercial, folks. And we're going into halftime.
See, I don't want this to happen to Zavada. They could have just won this game. 1 second left. Because I'm willing to bet everybody on the team, everybody in the stadium, nobody thought that could happen, and it did.
Well, from what I saw, it looked like bad mechanics on the field as a whole.
Yeah, because Michigan hasn't had any problems with tackling or.
I mean, we have, but we haven't had anything that egregious. Keegan's running way behind. Kusto has a nice burst. Oh, I see what he's talking about. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, there have been reports that Kuzdal's the second fastest player on the team. I have skepticism, but he's definitely up there. What up, Keegan? You want to come up and hang out with Lichamax and me? Let me know.
Why don't they have it on CBS Sports? Pull it up on Live Score then. Alrighty, here we go. Let's pull this up. Since we're on halftime, I'm going to pull this up right now.
I'll be right back.
All right, so let's go over the stats so far in the game. We're hitting halftime. We got 21-10 Michigan up going into the half. Michigan right now sitting at 183 passing yards, 14 out of 19 receptions or completed passes for Bryce Underwood. He has 0 interceptions so far, so that's good. Malik Washington, on the other hand, sitting at 13 out of 24 completed passes, 153 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. The rushing is we got a team rushing of 61 yards. We really need to get that number up by a lot. But Kuzdal leading the pack with 53 rushes. Bryce coming in second with 7. And then our guy, Jasper Parker, coming in at 1. We are giving up, in my opinion, too many rushing yards from Maryland. We let them get 41. We need to lock that down, keep them from getting out. Okay. Then our receiving, we got Andrew Marsh leading the pack in receptions. Andrew Marsh with 65 receptions. Donovan McCulley coming in second with 46. So I guess he hasn't quite broken what I had predicted yet. So that's good. Zach Marshall coming in at third with 30 yards. Marlon Klein with 16. So yeah, so our 2 tight ends have been getting into the game a little bit. Let's look at our defense here. So we have Headhunter Barham coming in for a sack. Got anybody else for a sack? Not yet. So we need to get people in there, man. Is he even playing?
Yeah, I agree, Ripstar. Mike hates Wink for no reason.
I do not like Wink at all. Is Derek Moore even playing?
Derek Moore is playing. The only 2 people that are not playing that are out are Ernest Hausman and Samaj Morgan. Jordan Marshall is questionable. He's suited up, but he's not gotten in.
Yeah. And we've let Maryland touch Bryce twice. Come on. We need to fix that. We need to lock that down. I mean, luckily we got Mason Curtis out here getting interceptions. If we can get more of those, this game will be a lock for sure. And then we have Donovan Zavada with 0 field goals out of 1 attempt. We got to get that fixed. Yeah, I do not like Wink. I don't. I'm not going to lie. The Oklahoma game has made me very upset at Wink.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Wink. I'm not going to give up on him. I've been a fan of Wink since way before his system ever touched a Michigan football team. And
I think with where we're sitting right now, we need like that one game really showed me that Wink doesn't know what he's doing, and it's been apparent throughout the season.
He's got a 20+ year career of showing that he does know what he's doing. He's got a Super Bowl ring.
Has he never come up against a running quarterback ever in his life?
He's got a Super Bowl ring that shows what he knows what he's doing. His system and his proteges over the years have won multiple championships, Super Bowls, and natties. Like, he does know what he's doing.
Has he never heard of a running quarterback in his life or something? Like,
every single defensive coordinator on this planet is going to have bad games. And right, just because they have bad games doesn't mean that they're bad.
But, like, how do you not know? Like, how do you not watch the tape on Mateer and see that he's a running quarterback and adjust accordingly? Like, it took him 4 quarters to adjust to Mateer.
Again, every single defensive coordinator has bad games.
Right, but how do you forget what a QB spy is?
It doesn't mean they're a bad coach.
But how do you forget what a QB spy is? Like,
I'm not saying that I wouldn't have called it differently, but again, I can't say that I'm a better coach than him. He's got Super Bowl rings.
Well, I get that, but how do you forget what a QB spy is? Yeah, Oklahoma is a good team this year, but I'm not disputing that we should. I'm not saying we should have won that game. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. Like, we were probably going to lose that game. I had faith that we could have pulled it off, but no. But looking at the team, we were definitely going to lose that game. But it would have been not as bad of a loss had Wink put out a frickin' QB spy before the 4th quarter. Because the one time he did, it worked phenomenally, and then he never did it again. And
the thing is that the system is designed based on getting pressure on the quarterback and having tight often man-to-man coverage in the secondary. Anybody that you put as a spy takes your 11 to 10 man advantage, and I say 11 to 10 man because generally the quarterback's just standing back there throwing. He's not somebody you have to worry about running. It takes your advantage away to have a spy. Now, if you have a running quarterback, that takes away the advantage already. So now you're going down even further by spying the quarterback. Yes, it's useful, but you don't want to do it every play, because if you're doing it every play, the quarterback's going to see it and he's going to take advantage of having another open receiver, because that guy is no longer in coverage. And so you don't want to do it every play, because then it'll get torn apart. The system itself is not one that you run spy with a lot. So I'm not mad about it. He had a game plan. He stuck to it. It didn't work. That doesn't mean he's a bad coach. And again, like Christopher said here, Michigan only has one loss in Big Ten play. That's at USC. And go back and look. What did Wink do last year against the national champions when we played? Did he not shut down the best receiver in college football? I guess that's a bad defensive coordinator.
Well, after he had his 8-week warm-ups.
No, I'm talking about he played the best team in the country last year, and shut down their offense. And you're telling me that that's a bad coordinator?
After he warmed up for 8 weeks.
It doesn't matter.
Like
the point
his
is
defense
that
didn't come on. No, it happened again this year.
It happened again
this year.
Did he or did he not call a masterclass game against the best team in the country last year?
Against Ohio, yeah.
Okay, was that the best team in the country?
After 8 weeks of
was that the best team in the country?
Subpar
was that
coaching.
the best team in the country?
After 8 weeks of subpar coaching.
Hold on. Answer the question. Was that the best team in the country last year?
I'm not disputing that.
Okay. So let me go
what
on
I'm
to my
saying
next point.
is,
Let me go on to my next point.
Weeks of
You've said that 17
coaching.
times, so let me go on to my next point. The next game they played against Oregon also had 12 weeks of coaching. Was their defensive coordinator able to do what Wink did? No. Who else did they play? They played aside from Notre Dame. Who did they play in the semifinals? I forget. Texas. They played Texas, right? I think they played Texas. Was Texas's defensive coordinator after 13 games that season, 14 games that season? Was he able to do what Wink did? No. Was Notre Dame's after 15 games? Was he able to do what Wink did? No. Wink is a great defensive coordinator.
I don't dispute that he isn't a good coordinator. The issue is that it takes him 8 freaking weeks to actually come online. That is the problem.
Is it him coming online, or is it a really young defense coming online?
If it was the defense, then why does it, like, so far we have 2 years to go pull up from. So far, year 1 it took him 8 weeks. Year 2 it took him 8 weeks.
This isn't the NFL.
We
lost all the experience off of our defense last year. We had a thin depth on defense, and we're playing a lot of young guys, a lot of freshmen. Jaden Sanders at corner, Shamari Earls at corner, Owusu Boateng, Chase Taylor. Like, a lot of those guys are young, and they're playing in a very complex NFL-style defensive system. And you're upset that they didn't come in and play like third and fourth year players in the second week of the season, because Wink had 8 games that he had to learn last year, when most of them weren't on the team, or if they were, they weren't getting time on the field. I understand the frustration with that game. I'm just saying that doesn't equal Wink being a bad coordinator. I mean, I've criticized plenty of things on the defense this year. In my rant video I did a few weeks ago, I talked repeatedly about how it was 100% on the coaching staff, the fundamentals, the poor tackling, the having three defenders in one gap and another gap completely undefended. Like that all comes down to coaching. But
Like I agree with Kirk Wilson here.
he's not a
Wink
bad
is just
coordinator.
blitz happy. When Wink eases up on the blitz, he usually masterclass the other team, which I agree he does. When he stops blitzing so hard,
Again, blitzing is one of those things that if it works, you guys love him, and if it doesn't, you tear him apart for it. If the blitz gets home, you're happy about how much we're blitzing because we're getting sacks. It's the system, it's the style. Like you live by it, you die by it, but you can't get upset about it.
I mean, I can and I will, man. I want our team to succeed. I think, and what I've seen is when Wink isn't so blitz happy, like you said, we get home, we get pressure, and we get the job done. When we are super blitz happy, then everything falls apart. People get open, quarterback gets out, especially against Oklahoma. Like why were we rushing 7 on Oklahoma? We should have been rushing 5, and everyone else should have been in coverage.
I mean, it's easy for us to look back and say in hindsight, but again, he's the one that's having to game plan against another coach who's also getting paid to do a job. You know, he's not going to win every game.
I mean, I think if we try hard enough, we could win every game. We are Michigan. That's what we do. Google us. We win.
Okay, Signetti.
Still on halftime. And I agree, Kirk. The tackling was atrocious in the Oklahoma game. That contributed to it as well.
And the offense didn't do any favors for the defense in that game.
Well, right, yeah, no. Chip Lindsey for some reason had like a super something up his rear about throwing screen passes like all over the frickin' time. Like, why are we throwing a screen pass 3rd and 17? That makes no sense.
Right.
Like, if anything, we should have done a draw. Like, if you're gonna do a screen, you might as well just do a draw play. You know, that probably would have done better than a screen. Would have actually done something. I game on PC and Xbox. Kinetik here games on PC and on PlayStation because he wasn't cool enough to get an Xbox before they raised the price.
You were literally just talking about how you're going to switch from Xbox to PlayStation yourself, so I was right all along. But yes, I game on PS5 and PC, and again, as I always say, everywhere at Kinetik 615. I do not play Call of Duty, but Lichimax.
I do. Yeah, I play Call of Duty and Battlefield. I'm more of a Battlefield fan than I'm a Call of Duty fan, though. Battlefield fan than Call of Duty. It's okay to be wrong, Kirk. It's perfectly all right.
Yeah, see, look, PlayStation is better hands down.
I like to like when I play my games on my Xbox, I stream them to my PC. So Xbox is actually better for that. I looked up the PlayStation Remote Play, and it's not as good as the Xbox Remote Play. But I mean, at least they have one, and that's the only reason why I would consider going to PlayStation. Like, yeah, they have the better controller, in my opinion. Like the control scheme on the PlayStation is, I agree, better than on the Xbox. But you can also get Xbox controllers with the same control scheme too.
I mean, that's fair.
But I mean, that would honestly be the only reason why I would switch to PlayStation. That and because of the fact that Xbox is raising the price of Game Pass Ultimate. So it was like $20, and now they're raising it to like I think it was 30 because of Fortnite. Unless they backpedaled that because a lot of people canceled their subscriptions, which wouldn't surprise me. The only thing that does worry me about PlayStation is like uh, they have an issue with their systems getting hacked.
I mean, that's never happened to me.
Well, for I think it was 2012 or 2013 in that area. It was 2012. 2012. The whole PlayStation Network was down for like a month because they got hacked. They got hit with a DDoS attack, and it shut down the entirety of the systems. And they
All right,
all
game's back on. We got the kickoff going up. Michigan receiving, and it goes out of bounds at the 9-yard line, but that's going to be a flag because you can't kick out of bounds on the kickoff.
not with that attitude. You can't.
So Michigan takes over at the 35-yard line now. Michigan is perfect right now on 3rd and 4 or less. 6 of 6. I think Bryce knew he threw it backwards there. He was like, oh shit. Hands it off to Kuzdal, runs left, gets up almost to the first down, just a yard or two shy. It'll be 3rd down. That's awesome, Kurt. Actually, Lichamax primarily, but built my computer with a little bit of help from me. When did we build that, Lichamax? 2021, 22?
22.
22, yeah.
Yeah, it was right near the end of the GPU crisis.
Yeah. And so PC gaming, I used to play like Diablo and World of Warcraft, the Total War series, stuff like that. And I mean, it's pretty much still what I play on computer. I also play BG3 a lot. I like BG3. Bryce just keeps it, runs it back to the line out of bounds. I play BG3 a lot. I used to play like Age of Empires, stuff like that.
Oh, we might be getting some extra yards.
No, doesn't look like it.
Uh,
All right, 2nd and 10. Bryson shotgun, 3 receivers. Drops back, quick pass right to Marsh. Gets it across the first down line. Down at the 43-yard line, 42-yard line. Uh-oh. Is Marsh all right? Bro, Kurt, Age of Empires was the first computer game that, like, I would go to school and, like, I would be thinking about playing Age of Empires when I got home. Like, it was fun at the time.
Marshall, they dropped Marshall out of the play.
Hands it to Kuzdal, runs up the middle, gets 2 yards on the game.
That was although I will say, like, looking at the maneuverability of Kuzdal, he's looking good. He just needs to. We just need the line to do a little bit better job at making a hole for him.
Yeah,
But
I mean, he
is
looks
good at
amazing.
finding
Dude,
the hole.
how good is Michigan's run game? Like, shout out to Coach Alford. Like, Jordan Marshall, Justice Haynes are both having great years before Justice went down, before Marshall got injured. And, like, they're both averaging something like 14 yards a carry or something stupid. There we go. First down catch by Marlon Klein.
Ooh,
and now
nice.
with Marshall and Justice Haynes both out for this game, he's got a former walk-on, Bryson Kuzdal, who I'm willing to venture a bet that nobody here knew Bryson Kuzdal was even on the team prior to the spring game this year. And now he's got him in a game. He just went for his 2nd rushing touchdown in this game, Bryson Kuzdal.
And he just got a touchdown.
And likely, I don't know if he's already there or not, but over 100 yards from a former walk-on running back. Like, shout out to our offensive team, coaching staff, and to Coach Alford for this running back production. I like how the camera just zoomed in on that fan bench pressing his child in celebration. Michigan takes a 28-10 lead. Nice run by Kuzdal there. Yeah, so like what I was saying earlier, like some of the other teams that I kind of like have an affinity for, I do like I said, CMU and East Carolina. I like UCF just because I like their mascot and their uniforms. I think they're really cool. Um, I mean, I like Oregon's uniforms, but I wouldn't say that I like Oregon. I do have an affinity for LSU, and I think that that's partially because when I first started getting into really watching college football, my roommate at the time was from Lake Charles, Louisiana, was a huge LSU fan, and that was right around when they won the national title with Les Miles. What other teams do I like? I do kind of like Boise State. I like Coastal Carolina's field. I think that that's cool. FIU has some really cool Miami Vice unis, which makes me like them. So Ribstar, from what I understand, Micah could play like every game left this season and still get a medical red shirt. I might be wrong on that, but he's supposed to be second on the depth chart today. I know we saw Jasper Parker get into the game earlier for one play, and I think that was just situational. Well, I think that was just situational because it was in the red zone and they were doing a power run, and that that's not Micah's strength. So
no.
But I don't know. I think Kuzdal's just running strong, and there's no reason to pull him out right now.
Well, I mean, also, we haven't really hit any situations where Micah would really honestly be needed, other than the play where we threw it to we threw it out of the backfield for that screen run, that wide receiver screen. But like Micah could have gone there and been fine. That would have been a good play for Micah. But we haven't really hit any like situations where we really needed Micah's like legs on the ground. We've had like if we need to punch through the line, we got Kuzdal.
Nice pursuit and tackle by Jayshon Barham there. Sorry.
His name is Headhunter Barham. Let's start using that.
No, I mean the thing is though, like I mean, first of all, we still got the majority of the second half to go, so I'm pretty sure we'll see Micah at some point.
For sure.
But I think he can medical redshirt either way. As far as Rod Moore, I haven't looked into Rod Moore's situation too much, but off the top of my head, I do believe he can get a medical redshirt. He's only played in 3 games, I think, this season. And it's 3 games in the last 2 seasons. It is if he wants to come back next year, then I could see them keeping him out so that he can medical redshirt and come back for a fully healthy season next year. But I think it just depends on him. And I mean, I hope that's the case because as of right now, I think the other potential I think the other potential situation is that he's not going to play football anymore.
Kirk Wilson says, I root for Georgia because my son and daughter were born in that state and they like the Bulldogs, and my youngest son, Texas, for the same reason. But if they play Michigan, I am go blue all day.
Yep, I agree there. What is this call? I'll be honest, that was kind of late. Sorry. Sorry, Kirk. I'll be honest, that was kind of a late hit by Brandt. Like, he 100% could have pulled up from that hit.
It is just kind of disheartening.
I think
he stopped.
Like, see, Wink is pissed. Yeah, I honestly, if I had to guess, I would say I don't think Cam Brandt saw the pass get out.
That would be my guess.
I think his eyes were down and he didn't see the pass leave his hands. But Wink is pissed.
It almost looked like the rusher and Washington like gave each other a high five.
Right. That was a questionable. I don't know. I guess it was a good pass. It just had too much air under it.
You know, I like to see that from our opponents, though.
Right.
No, it was a good pass. He just got his shit wrecked.
Yeah.
Really, guys? He's out of bounds.
I don't know. My stream messed up again. I had to reload, so I didn't see it.
Oh, no, they let the freaking quarterback run again.
I mean, to be fair, Malik Washington is good. Like I was saying earlier, I
Well,
don't
I know, but
I don't think you were watching when I did that.
if you want to beat Wink, just have a running quarterback, I guess, because Wink doesn't know what to do with it.
So here's when running quarterbacks are a problem for a reason, bro. It's not like Wink's the only defensive coordinator that.
Well, everyone else seems to be
has
able to
issues.
stop Bryce from running, but we can't stop anybody else from running.
That I
because-
think that's just more lack of targets and offensive weapons that the defenses are able to key in on Bryce. But
Ooh, pass interference.
so I don't know if you know this, but last year when it wasn't certain that we were going to flip Bryce, there was a lot of rumors that we had Malik Washington on the line. That if Bryce did not flip, Malik Washington was going to flip to Michigan. And now both of them, true freshmen, are starting this game against each other.
Right.
Like Malik Washington's good. I think he was like ranked the number 5 quarterback in the class last year or something like that.
Well, boomerang.
Like Malik
boomerang
Washington's
screen.
good.
They tried to run a boomerang screen on us. We sniffed that out.
He had an open receiver. He could have got that though.
Well, he was under some severe pressure from number 8 there.
Well, and it just sort of highlights again. You're seeing another true freshman, and it's a lot of the same struggles that Bryce has had at points this year. Like it's just a young true freshman quarterback.
Well, I also don't think that Maryland has the strongest line either. So I think that's kind
true.
of the detriment at this point because we've
He
been
was
able to
definitely under
them
pressure
every time.
there, but he was able to complete the pass there. Under pressure, great throw.
I mean,
Really good catch too.
I will say it was like the throw itself was kind of shaky, but he was able to make the play.
I mean, at the end of the day, he was able to. At the end of the day, he was able to, under pressure, get the pass out and put it in a place where his receiver could get it.
Right.
Yeah, I sort of mentioned that earlier, Ripstar, that Pep Hamilton, former Michigan coach, is their offensive coordinator.
Got an incomplete pass on 3rd and goal. Let's see if Michigan get a stop here. We'll be in good standings moving forward. If we can hold them to a field goal here, or even stop them from getting any points, that'd be fantastic.
Third and goal. Back in motion. Empty backfield now. Under pressure and sacked.
Was that Headhunter Barnum?
No, it was Derek Moore.
Oh, thank God.
And Trey Williams.
So that's half a sack for more. No, that's a full sack for more. See what more is that right now.
And their field goal is good. It'll be 28-13.
That's not showing more here though.
Guess while it's on commercial, I could look and see what else is going on around college football. Anyone know the score of the USC Oregon game? I guess it's still going on. Currently 28-14 Oregon.
Yep.
USC's driving though.
And then the Syracuse Notre Dame game, Notre Dame put 63 up on Syracuse. Syracuse got 0.
Nice. Let's see,
So
TCU at Houston's on commercial. Arkansas and Texas. Texas is up 38-20.
dude, that's not good for Texas. Arkansas shouldn't have even put 20 on Texas. Bryce Underwood sitting at 215 passing yards. Kuzdal is at 86 rushing yards.
Wow. Vanderbilt up 38-3 over the rival Kentucky.
Well, it's Kentucky, so.
Yeah, but it's Vanderbilt.
Right, but it's Kentucky. Vanderbilt's got that all-star quarterback they got right now.
All right, here we go. Michigan getting the kickoff. Marsh gets it, takes it back. Still running. Gets around the 30, the 40, the 50.
That was the most
out of bounds.
That was the most polite skirt around a huddle I ever seen on a kick return.
I know the kid's from Texas, but that was the most Midwestern kick return ever, because you could almost hear him saying, "Oh, excuse me," as he ran through the line.
Right? Yeah, I mean that's what I was hearing when I was watching it.
Oh, excuse me. Let me just squeeze right by you.
Yeah, hey, can I just squeeze through here real quick? Yeah, there we go. Like that's what it looked like. It looked like he stopped there for a second. Like, hey guys, can I get through here? Maryland guy was like, "Nah," and he was like, "All right, I'll go around, I guess." Hand off
Nice
to
run by
outside
Kuzdal,
zone.
getting through that gap on the edge.
Yep. Why do I keep calling him Kuzdal?
Michigan State is up now against Iowa 17-7.
No, I'll be real. I like Iowa's what's it called? Their icon, their logo. I like Iowa's logo. I don't like the team, but I like their logo.
And I imagine you like their uniforms too. Being a Steelers fan, they wear Steelers colors.
It's not even about that. I just like their logo, man. I think it's a cool logo.
Bryce throws on the run, out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, he was under some severe pressure there, and there really wasn't anybody open.
Yeah.
Andrew Marsh sitting at 535 receiving yards,
Well,
beating
since
out
October
Jeremiah
1st.
Smith. That's
Since
what we
October
like to
1st.
see.
Since October 1st.
Still beating out Jeremiah Smith, man. Who has Ohio played? They haven't played anybody.
Sure. I agree.
Then again, I guess that same argument can be made against us.
Bryce under pressure gets rid of it.
Yeah, somebody messed up there.
Was that intentional grounding? Was that a late hit? Was that, what was it? Was that a fumble? I'm confused.
I'd have to say that if I'd say intentional grounding. Oh, roughing the passer. Let's go.
Yep. Because it was a low hit to his knees.
Yep. Oh no, we've seen this before. This is what happened to JJ, and now he's a bad quarterback.
He's not a bad quarterback. Shut up. He is infinitely better than the quarterback you got on your team.
He's not better than Jared Goff.
No, I'm talking about Will Howard.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Jasper Parker up the left side.
come on. Put Micah in. What Micah?
I don't understand why Micah wasn't in on that play.
Yeah, that's a Micah play. Like Micah would definitely have got a first down right there.
Why did that just do that? What the? My game just went out, and I refreshed the browser, and it took me to the Vanderbilt game.
Third and 5, we have to get it. That should be a false start.
That's pass interference. It looks like.
Should also be a false start because they jumped right before he snapped too. Yep. Oh, call it. I called it.
Okay, you're
Let's
right.
go. Let's go. I called that shit. And they can't even say that it's the officiating because we clearly saw that shit.
Fakes the handoff. Bryce keeps it running. Design cue quarterback run. He gets to the 1 yard line.
That's nice. I don't like. I like that play, but bro missed his block. I mean, he did a chip block, but I feel like Bryce could have been in the end zone had he picked that block up fully. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, I will say that was good awareness on Bryce right there. He was going to reach the ball out to try to go for the touchdown, but he caught the defender coming in and pulled it back in. I will say that's some good awareness on Bryce. I will be back in just a second.
All right. It looks like a touchdown. That looks like a touchdown. Touchdown, Michigan. Kick is good. 35-13 Michigan. So everyone that's watching, like, let me know in the comments your thoughts on the game so far. Michigan's up 35-13. We've got 3 rushing touchdowns from Bryson Kuzdal. I believe 2 passing touchdowns and over 200 yards from Bryce Underwood. We've had a couple missed kicks from Dominic Zavada. What do you guys think? That's not good. Max Bredesen on crutches. That's not good. That's bad. That's bad. Max Bredesen being injured. That's bad. Incomplete pass by Maryland there. USC scored a touchdown. It's now a 28-21 game for Oregon over USC right now. Yeah, I think as Michigan fans, we want USC to win because our loss in the Big Ten is to USC. That helps our tiebreakers, and then also Oregon taking another loss would help us. Third and 6, Maryland ball, shotgun. Passes left, complete. Shy of the first down. The ball came out, but it looked like he was down. I mean, 4th and inches. Looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. QB sneak, first down. Washington under pressure, steps up, throws it, first down, looks like it's complete. Washington keeps it, runs across midfield, slides. Washington drops back under pressure and runs backward for a huge sack. Derek Moore with another sack. Big time sack. Flip over to the USC Oregon game, see what's going on there. Looks like Oregon just scored. They're kicking the extra point. They're up 35-21. 2 minutes left in the third quarter in that game. TCU Houston's tied at 14 into the third quarter. Michigan State still up on Iowa 17-10. South Carolina's up 37-0 on Coastal Carolina. And we got Bryson Pistol, receiver in motion, hands it to Kuzdal. Kuzdal running right. Oh, no, sorry. Parker, not Kuzdal. Flag on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct. It's going to be first down, Michigan. Player ejected from the game. That's crazy. Bryson shotgun, hands it to Parker up the middle. No, keeps it himself, runs around the edge. Gains about 5. Really kind of disappointed that we're not seeing Micah here. He's supposed to be second on the depth chart, and we're seeing Parker in plays that we should be seeing Micah.
Okay, I am back now.
Welcome back. Might need to tune in and watch the hockey game tonight, Michigan versus Ohio State. Michigan ranked number 2. Bryce hands it to the running back, runs left. Jasper Parker. Yeah, if that's the case, Chris, that just made me lose a little bit of respect for Marcus Freeman. I like Marcus Freeman, but there's no reason to keep playing like that when you're up that big.
Yeah, and then you have Dallas fan in the Maze Madman Discord just going off about every time they make a touchdown. So then I replied with a GIF of Linus from Linus Tech Tips looking around to try to find out who cares.
Right.
Like they're not even playing a team. They're basically on a bye week this week, and he's raving up a storm, thinking like they're actually playing a team. Like Syracuse this season isn't a team, so I don't know why he's freaking out about it.
Right.
Like they haven't played a team since they played USC.
Yeah, Max Bredesen being injured, that's bad. Touchdown Michigan, Jasper Parker. Extra point is up. It's good. Michigan 42-13.
Bavada actually made a PAT.
He's been making the PATs. It's just been the field goals he's been having a problem with.
Oh yeah.
Why does it keep doing that? I don't understand what's going on with Spectrum today that it's like it keeps messing up every time we go to commercial.
I'm having some issues too.
Maybe it's the broadcast. Hands it off. Maryland runs right, gets maybe a yard. Dropping back to pass. Washington over the middle, connects. Just shy of the first down by a yard or two. It'll be third down, Maryland. Dropping back to pass under pressure, and it throws it out of bounds. 2nd and 10, Maryland. Dropping back to pass again. Fires left, connects. Taken down at the 39-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for Maryland. Washington in shotgun, receiver in motion, drops back. Under pressure, pocket collapsing, scrambles out, fires on the run, overthrows slightly, incomplete. It'll be 4th down. Or sorry, it'll be turnover on downs. That was 4th down. Again, the stream freezing on me. This game's pretty much in hand. What do you guys think
Absolutely.
about the game next week with Ohio State?
I think we got it. I think we got it for sure.
Jasper Parker potentially injured.
That means we're going to see Micah. Let's go.
I think that's Micah that's in the game right now. Yep, Micah Kapana, number 25, gets around the edge. First run, look what he does, 7-yard gain.
Absolutely.
Jaden Davis is in at quarterback. Jake Butt giving Micah a little shout out on the commentary. Davis in shotgun. Micah in the backfield. 3 receivers, a tight end. Hands it to Micah up the middle. First down. Davis in shotgun now. Very tight formation. Hands it to Micah. Okay, he didn't get the first down last time. He got it this time, though. We got 2 receivers here, 2 tight ends. Davis in pistol. Hands it to Micah. Micah running left, cuts up the middle, gains 2 yards. Davis in shotgun, Micah in the backfield, receiver in motion. Hands it off, Micah up the middle, gains 3. All right, Jaden Davis in pistol now. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Snaps it, hands it to Micah. Micah runs right, tackled for a loss. It's going to be 4th down. They're just trying to run out the clock now. I wonder if they're going to let Jaden Davis throw at all. They put him in with over 8 minutes left in the game, and they didn't even let him throw on 3rd down there. Zavada for the kick. Goes up. It's like a 46-yarder, and it's good right down the middle. Dead center of the uprights. All right, game's coming back on. All right, there's the kickoff. Caught at the 5-yard line. Fair caught. They didn't return it when they could have. And Iowa just tied the game against Michigan State, tied up 17-17. Can they keep Michigan State? Can they keep little brother winless in the Big Ten? Malik Washington's done for the game. Christian Martin in at quarterback for Maryland. Hands it off, runs up the middle, gets 8 yards on it. Maryland touchdown to Farouk. Kansas State's up 38-35 against Utah. Hey, that would be a bit of an upset. I mean, I unfortunately picked Kansas State at the start of the season to win the Big 12, and I was obviously wrong there. I have not been impressed with their quarterback like I thought he was going to play, but maybe they're finally bringing it together.
That's an incomplete. He didn't have full control.
See if the refs agree.
That's incomplete.
Yeah, but did he lose it after he crossed the touchdown, the plane of the end zone?
No, he lost it before he crossed the plane. But I don't think it was a completion. Because I don't think he had full control.
All right, caught, step, out on the third step before he went across. So yeah, I think so. It depends on if they rule it a fumble or not. If they rule it incomplete, then there's no touchdown. If it's a fumble, then he caught it, fumbled into the end zone, then recovered it in the end zone for a touchdown.
I mean, we won the game either way, so this call doesn't really change much for us,
Right.
per se. It just adds a stat on the stat
So
board.
they are saying it was a touchdown. So it was a fumble. He recovered it in the end zone, which resulted in a touchdown. Have you been paying attention to Michigan Twitter? Jamar Browder's in the game. Brady Norton. Davis in shotgun. Micah in the backfield. Hands it to Micah. Micah running left, gets around the edge, down the sideline, across the 50-yard line, out at the 40. Oh, wait, that wasn't Micah. That was Thomas O'Meara. My bad. Not Micah. Nice run by O'Meara.
Be another running back?
He is. He's another walk-on.
Are they like doing everything other than running Kaipana? Like, what's going on here?
I don't know.
What? Why isn't Kaipana in the game?
I
Like,
don't know.
this is the perfect time to be running Kaipana. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. Up the middle, gain of 4. Up the middle, gain of 1. Brady Prescorn's in. Ty Haywood's in. Connor Jones is in. Third and 4. Davis in shotgun. Hands it off, runs up the middle, gets across the first down line, tackled at the 25-yard line. Gets around the edge, tackled just shy of the first down line. Shotgun, hands it off again, runs up the middle to the left, gets about 3 or 4 yards. Tackle at the 10-yard line.
I don't get why they're not running Kaipana, though.
Yeah, it's kind of really disappointing.
It's very annoying.
Is that the final, Chris? It's like every time we go to commercial, I have to reload my stream. Tackled for a 1 yard loss on that run. It'll be 2nd and goal. Hands the ball off, running up the middle, tackled at the 4 yard line. Be 3rd and goal. This should be the last play for Michigan. All right, that's game. All right, so Michigan wins this one 45-20. Lichamax, what are your thoughts on the game?
I think we did really good this game, despite like some of the early issues that we did encounter.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, I think – I'm sorry, go ahead.
I mean, there's still stuff that we really have to work on, but I think all in all, I think it was an excellent game for us.
Yeah, I mean, I think this was a really good game for us to have after last week's game. Last week, all season long, and even in all off season, we talked about how he was going to have. Hold on, let me see what Bryce says here. So yeah, my opinion, I think that this was a good bounce back game after last week. I think that we've been waiting. We talked about how Bryce was going to have freshman games. He was going to have games where he makes a bunch of mistakes. That happened last week. I'm glad we got it out of the way, and we see that we were able to bounce back from that game to a game like this, where I think overall Bryce played really well. Andrew Marsh played really well. Bryson Kuzdal stepping up in Jordan Marshall's absence played really well. The offensive line played well. Even Donovan McCulley had some good plays. Channing Goodwin's finally stepping up. The defense looked sound. We had a lot of good pressure. Didn't have a lot of blown coverages. Zeke Berry, Jair Hill were good in coverage. Overall, I think the team looked strong. We're showing that we finally have the depth, or we're getting the depth back again, which is awesome. So I think this is exactly the type of game we needed to head into the Ohio State game. I'm disappointed that Micah got one series. I think that he, deserves more. I think he's capable of more. So that definitely, but I am biased because I know Micah and Keoki, and I want to see him do good. I want to see him be able to show people what he can do. So I would have liked to see him more in the fourth quarter. I think it's very telling that they put Jaden Davis in with over 8 minutes left in the game and didn't let him throw the ball once. Kind of sucks for him, but I understand. So,
real
Max
quick,
Bredesen is okay. That Sharon said it doesn't look good, and he's the heart of this team. So
let's talk about the stats real quick before we get out of here. So passing yards, Michigan got 215. Rushing yards, Michigan got 228 for a total yards of 443. Now passing yards for Maryland, Michigan gave up 276 passing yards. We didn't give up much rushing yards, so we did a good job of locking down the rushing game, the run game. So that's good. We're gonna need that kind of energy coming in next week. But we gave up a total of 347 yards, which, in hindsight, isn't super bad. But the fact that we gave up so many passing yards is not good going into next week, because next week we know this year's Ohio team likes to pass the ball. So it's something we're going to have to lock down going into next week to make sure that we can get that win again. Hopefully we get more than a 3-point win over Ohio State. That's the goal. But we gave up way too many yards through the air, and that's something that we're definitely going to have to look into going into next week. I really hope that we don't see I really hope we see more of the more coverage and less blitz coming into the Ohio State game. Like I don't want him to just not blitz at all, because I don't think that's going to be beneficial to us. But I think we definitely need to see more coverage going into that Ohio State game. I don't think we should be blitzing every other play against Ohio State. I don't think that's going to be conducive to us beating Ohio State, because they do have great weapons at short and long range. So we have to respect the fact that they can get out over the top. We got to make sure we keep them underneath if we can. We got to play that bend but don't break, and not that just rush the line and hope somebody gets in. That's something we definitely don't want to do against this year's Ohio State team, because they have been doing very well throughout the season, and they obviously have areas that we can exploit. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to come down to who can stop the other from passing, because we know that we're going to beat them on the ground, because that's what we do every year. We beat them on the ground. So we have the ground game locked up. I think we're going to see Jordan Marshall back for next week's game, and that's going to give us the necessary ground boost that we need to be able to make those big explosive plays on the ground against Ohio. But we need to be able to lock down that passing game of theirs. We got to keep them on the ground where we excel at. We excel at stopping teams, and that's what we need to do next week.
yeah, I think that we definitely need to be able to play the pass well. I think the blitzing that's really going to depend on the matchups, our D line and our pass rush against their offensive line. If they're able to contain it, then we'll probably see less of it. If we're getting home, if we're getting pressure, we'll probably see more of it. It really just is going to depend on what the Ohio State offensive line shows us and what Julian Saying shows us when we play him. I do think we'll see Marshall back next week. I hope that we are able to see, some production from our entire running back depth next week. I'm hoping Max Bredesen's able to come back. But I really like how Bryce played today. I like how he's maturing. I like the connection with him and Andrew Marsh. I think it's phenomenal. I think we need a lot of what that Wink did last year against Ohio State, largely able to shut down Jeremiah Smith. We need more of that. But I think this is, like I said, exactly the type of game we need going into that week. So
Absolutely. I was worried that we were going to lose, that we might lose this one, which would have been bad for us going into the next game because I could have hurt our morale. But I think this large margin of victory on this Maryland team is going to be a huge morale booster for the team, and I think we're going to see that going into next week.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's Max, tell everyone where they can find you and what you got going on.
You can find me right here at the Gamers Sideline on Wednesdays Wednesdays and Fridays at 7 o'clock. Wednesdays we do the Sideline Huddle where we talk all things NFL, and then on Fridays we do the Football Friday show at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So you make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. We also got some videos coming throughout the week, so definitely make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of those. You can also find me over at the Maze Madman show on Maze Out Mondays, where I produce the show. And I also host the Lich Pick segment, which predicted some of the yardage that we saw today. And as for platforms, you can find me at LichMX626 on all platforms. If you can't find me, I'm probably not there. If you want me to hop on there, send me a message on one of the platforms I'm on, and I might make an account, just for you guys.
Yeah, and as always, you can find me everywhere at Kinetik615 on all social media platforms. You can find me here on the Gamer Sideline channel and on my personal YouTube channel at Kinetik615. I've got a gaming channel at Kinetik615 Plays. I also am usually on the Saturday AM Scramble show on the Final Whistle Network with Lucian and Mike, a different Mike. And I will be doing a Vikings Packers watch along on Kinetik615 tomorrow. If Lichmax is going to join me, we may go live here on Gamer Sideline as well, but we'll wait to see on that. Just want to give a shout out to everyone that stopped by, no matter which chat you were in. Christopher, shout out to you. Ripstar, Kurt, my guy Rap came by, Keegan. I know I'm forgetting somebody. Trying to scroll up through it, but I just want to shout out everybody that comes through. Master Chief, one of the guys that I play in the leagues with. Kingdom Kid came through.
Buddy Kinkito.
Yep, Buddy Kinkito came through. And again, I know there's somebody I'm forgetting that was earlier in the show.
Jared.
Jared, that was one of them. Yep. So just want to shout out everybody.
Local Mike too.
Yep, that's my guy Rap. And I want to say there was one more.
Luna,
she came through. Yep. So, just want to say shout out to all of y'all. Thank you for coming through and hanging out with us. If you got time, come by tomorrow, hang out for the Vikings game. And in honor of the Vikings playing tomorrow, I just want to hit this one more time real quick.
Like a dog in the street.
Our guy JJ McCarthy leading the Vikings into Lambeau Field tomorrow. And as always, guys, for me, it's go blue. Until next time.
And remember to cheer loud, play hard, and you'll catch us right here next time on the Sideline.
From joystick dreams to Friday night lights, it's controllers and cleats under podcast mics with Life Max dropping deep like he's throwing a bomb, and Kinetik calling audible, staying calm in the storm. From the field to the sticks, yeah, we bring the heat. With Kinetik and Leash Max, never miss a beat. When the final whistle blows or the credits roll, we're signing off strong, that's how gamers take control. Catch us on the sideline, where legends chill, where the playbooks flip and the passion's real. If you heard the takes, then you know the drill. Till next time, fam, keep it clutch, keep it skill. From the field to the sticks, yeah, we bring the heat. With Kinetik and lick smacks, never miss a beat. When the headset's off and the lights go low, we'll be back next game, y'all already know. We out.